question I have is, what are some old people things that you do? The only thing that I can think of, or a few things that I can think of, is on the weekends, I do like to get up super early, so 5, 6 a.m. Not sleep in, but I'll go downstairs, I'll make some coffee, I'll read, and I'll open all the blinds, even if there isn't any sunlight outside. So I feel like those are the old people things that I do. What's a movie you can practically quote from start to finish? So I think a lot of people can quote this movie, which happens to be one of my favorite movies, even though it's super cheesy, but it's still a classic in my book, and that is White Chicks. I love that movie. I laugh at the same parts every single time. Just like I said, a classic. How did you find out that Santa wasn't real? So the type of child that I was a realist from the womb. I never thought Santa was real. I have a picture, as you can see, where I'm like, why am I sitting in this man's lap? Please get me down. I don't want to be on this white man's lap. So that was from the jump. What would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell? So I have a very sensitive nose, and I smell everything, where I'll end up holding grudges towards smells. So for people like me who can smell everything, it would be so good if I couldn't, because once I smell something, I start thinking that it's me, and I'll be smelling myself all day like, where is this coming from? Is this me? And there's nothing on my body. It's just the smell that I smelled earlier that is still affecting me. What's your saddest story involving a car? So my first car was a 1996 Nissan, and I loved that car. It would get me to point A and point B, and that's all I needed. But at one point, it broke down on me. I ended up getting the paper from the apartment complex that I was living in, and I was like, oh no, I have to move the car to the next parking spot. So I was able to turn the car on to actually move it to the next parking spot so they could leave me alone for a little bit, saying that my car was immobile and wasn't moving. So after I moved that car, everything was fine. My friend was going to fix it for me, and then time just went by, and I ended up getting that green check mark on my car. And when I got that, I kind of knew that this car was not going to last much longer, so I had to trade it in. But it was sad because that was my first car, and again, it got me to point A and point B, which is what I needed. Who was your first celebrity crush? So my first celebrity crush is actually still on my celebrity crush list, which is Usher Raymond. I loved him since I was a little girl, seeing him on Moesha, up until today. So that was my first celebrity crush. If you could kill off a character from any show, who would it be? For my people who watch How to Get Away with Murder, I think we can all agree on this. I would kill off Nate. He just gets on my nerves. Him talking about my pops this and my pops that, and always going back and forth with not wanting to help Annalise. It's just annoying. Please, if you're watching this, to the writers of How to Get Away with Murder, which I'm sure you're not, but if someone has any connects, have them kill Nate off. Thank you. Alright guys, so again, those questions will be in the description box below. So go ahead and feel free to answer all of them, 1, 2, or 3 of them, whatever it is that you're wanting to do. And maybe we all can get a few laughs out of those answers. And again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.